Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new Reddit reactions video. Hi everyone, what is the tea? What is the Darjeeling, the Lapsang Souchong, the Scalding Hot Assam, the Earl Grey? What shall I say is the tea? But yes, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Roly. If you are new, hello, welcome to the channel. I make videos here about LGBT, piercings, tattoos, body modification, and Reddit things. So subscribe, there's a QR code on screen if you're watching on TV. Subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, and join the family. And welcome back to my current and regular subscribers. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're delving back into the world of Reddit. So there's a Reddit here called FU Karen. Essentially, it's loads of Karen videos. We've not done one of these for it's been a long time since we've done like a Karen video. Let's have a bit of a break from all the piercing and tattoo stuff. Let's have a bit of a stupid bit of fun, and let's just like look at some insufferable people on the internet. But anyway, with all that being said, yes, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming up. Like button, and all my social media links are down below. Come follow me. Let's not beat around the bush and get on with these Karens of Reddit. Karen attack! So what's happening? Oh, for God, is she chasing after a skateboard or something? Oh, it's so pathetic. Why do you care about people just like skateboarding in an empty part of the street in a town? Like, just go home.
Okay, go home.
The thing is, right, just look, there's literally no one here. And she's like trying to like, also this is the thing, she's trying to like knock them over. She would then be done for assault. I don't understand what you're trying to get from this. I am fully of the mindset as if it's like a really busy, say it was like the middle of the weekend or something, there were loads of people around, it was packed with people, and you were skateboarding and you were diving in and out of people, weaving. Don't fucking skateboard here. That is main character syndrome. You have no idea what could happen with general public. Like, you could hurt someone really badly, and in that situation I'd fully be on her side. There's literally no one around. Like, they're not in the way of anyone. And it's the idea that she's like chasing them. Like, why do you care? This is what I mean. I don't understand why you care. If I'm going down the street and I see people skateboarding over the side, I don't go, oh, I must defend the street. H&M, the huge billion-dollar corporation. Oh, I must protect H&M. This is the thing I'll never understand. Why you care about something that has literal zero effect on you. I'm like, oh, stop you. If she gets hit by one of them because she runs in front of them because you attacked me, you hit me with your skateboard. Yes, because you ran in front of me.
You gotta see this. My neighbor's pissed off at people speeding. So he went and made his own speed bumps. Look, they're taller than the curve. And there's 4 of them.
Oh my God.
Dude, these aren't speed bumps. They're fucking whoop sections. Like, I need to take my dirt bike. There's like chalk lines where he made them.
That is wildly illegal.
Arrest the baby.
I don't know what that would come under. Defacing public property? Yes, speeding is a bad thing. I'm not defending the speeders, whatever. Like, this is the kind of thing that you have to tell someone in the council. You have to get something done. I know it can be a long, laborious process. I lived in a small village. I would see things like this kind of get done all the time, and things took a long time for like speed changes or signs to be put up, or like something would break and then they just fix something. It gets annoying. It takes a long time. You can't just like do this. Like, this is surely defacing public property.
Are you kidding me? This is not legal. You can't do this shit.
No, this is the people who kind of do that. It does make me feel like probably it wasn't even people speeding. It was probably they just didn't like someone going down, or like someone was making too much noise and they decided to do that, trying to deter them. Lady gets angry because she didn't want to get wet while she was sitting in the wet zone. Oh dear. Oh, is this like some sort of like, oh, was this one of those awful water parks that abuse animals? Oh, so this woman is sitting in the splash zone and she's getting annoyed at the man because she's getting wet. Oh dear. Oh, antagonizing. I mean, I do think it's a bit unnecessary for him to keep splashing her, but like, just make her move. I don't know. The thing is though, right? She's fully aware now that this is the wet zone. Instead of arguing with her, just let her get drenched. Just fully let her get drenched. When the animals come in the splash, just let her get drenched. You've told her multiple times. I don't understand why you're still arguing with her. I can't really, things we can't hear what they're like saying to each other. Oh. I actually think both people there were being a bit douchey, honestly. Yes, he came around and was like splashing everyone once, and then she complained, so he kept splashing her, whatever. You've told them that they're gonna get wet, so stop arguing with her and just get on with the show. And then if she gets drenched, she gets drenched. It's her own fault. Wet. I think standing there sort of like over her, splashing her and like antagonizing her more. Although I think she is being a twat, I do think there's an element of like, well, you could have just well, you're gonna get wet then, and just deal with it. You know, warning signs. Don't touch this, don't eat that, don't drink that. So on the side, you're not gonna have someone constantly standing there being like, oh, don't drink it. No, don't touch that. No, don't.
Well, I don't need safety gloves.
Because then if people do touch and get hurt, then that's their own fault. Like, you've warned them, and if they're so inept to understand reality, it's their fault. Parents beware, you're in for a scare. Parents beware. My son opened a window of his so-called child-friendly Paw Patrol advert calendar, and the chocolate was in the shape of a gun. Just to check, I looked at another chocolate and it was a hand grenade. I'm absolutely furious. I'm fuming. I am fuming. Nickelodeon, you're a disgrace. One is a water pistol and the other is a Christmas tree ornament. How... This is exactly what we mean by these people are obsessed with being upset and oppressed and angry. It's in their entire identity. This is quite clearly an ice skate. Even when it's upside down, I can see that it's like an ice skate. First of all, why would even a water pistol be in a Christmas calendar? It's a Christmas calendar, so everyone decided it's going to be Christmas themed. There's a Christmas tree decoration clearly, and this is an ice skate. They are obsessed with being oppressed and angry and, like, you know, attacked by something because they're so boring. They've got nothing going on in their lives. And these are the exact same people that call us the snowflakes, who call us the ones that are constantly being upset by things. It's like, no, you've literally seen that and gone,
I'm gonna make this about me and how upset I am.
I'll just die already.
it's clearly an ice skate. It's clearly an ice skate. Okay, so what it says, Gamer Karen. I've been a big fan of Nintendo since 1889. Since 1889? How old are you?
I've been dead for quite some time.
And I gotta say, you've fallen off. Your games don't have the same sense of fun, whimsy, and engagement they did in the past. It seems like you're more focused on collecting checks than truly making an immersive content that the world enjoy. I've decided I'm unfollowing, boycotting, and filing a class action lawsuit. And if you think I'm lying, I know some of the top lawyers in the country. Tweets at Nintendo America. You've not been a big fan of Nintendo since 1889. What are you talking about? No one from 1889 is able to be on Twitter. What kind of Nosferatu long life do you think you're living? As a retro gamer, obviously my whole arm is covered in like 90s and 2000s nostalgia. I'm a very nostalgic person and I love old games. I love retro gaming. But let's not kid ourselves when it comes to people's attention spans these days. If games were made now the same way they were made back in like the 2000s, the 90s, the industry would probably collapse. Yes, we can have one or two off things, but if every single game was the same length as games were back in the day, as immersive as the games were back in the day, the gaming industry would just die. Everything needs to evolve and change. I love Mortal Kombat. One of my favorite old-time games is Mortal Kombat. The most newer games, honestly, I've not enjoyed because they've taken away everything that makes it a little bit more expansive and it's basically just one-on-one fighting. I get very bored of that very quickly now. And I'm someone who was a die-hard fan of the Mortal Kombat series. You're talking about 1889. You're talking a little Game & Watch thing. Little Game & Watch thing on your feet. You're gonna play that now. But oh, then let's make another Game & Watch game. You're deluding yourself if you think if they were to make games from the 1920s, like what was games in 1920? Like card games. That's basically what, because Nintendo was a card game manufacturer, right? Nintendo was a card game manufacturer. Or was it Mahjong? I've been a fan since 1889. What are you talking about? The ego that you have to have as a person to think that games companies must cater their games to you specifically is absolutely insanity.
I spent $35 for something I can't use. That your salesman sold me, knowing damn well I can't use it.
Look, right. We don't know the situation here. I doubt the store actively sold her something that they knew she couldn't use. The fact that her reaction's like this, I don't care what happened, leaning over the counter and just like screaming in this young girl's face is never going to work out good for you.
Oh, go away. Go away!
You're gonna be escorted off the property, you're not gonna get a refund, yet like this kind of behavior is never gonna go your way. She probably just didn't explain to them what she really needed or show them. Stores aren't gonna actively try to sell you something knowing that you can't use it.
Ha! This little bitch ain't gonna fucking use this CD player. She needs a iPod.
You know, my references are very old. No store's actively gonna do that, really. Coming in, all guns blazing, escalate to a stage where you're leaning over the counter, just like screaming and shouting. That's never gonna end well for you. So this says, run to cops, no. Go to cops, yes. Okay. Oh God, he's playing music. Oh no, copyright stricken already. Wait, so what's happening? Oh, she's done. Oh yeah, shake your boobs, Barbara.
You naughty girl.
So this person is going down like a market? See, I have to kind of like talk a lot because there's lots of like copyrighted music. Wait, so this woman's like, turn it down, girl. If you feel like you've got goiter. I'm sorry, I have to be careful. Oh, she's like, oh wait. The police are right over there. Oh, so this woman is telling this man to stop singing, having fun. Okay. Oh, fine. I'll take you to the police. Come with mummy. And everyone's having I love that everyone's having a lovely time. Everyone's clapping, having fun. And there's just one woman like, no, how dare they have fun? I'm the star.
Give me the gift certificate.
They've gone to the, I love how the police are now laughing. No, that's not the police. Oh, that's a security guard, baby. So the police is smirking. What is happening to you? Or giving a dirty look.
Who's tough? Yes, ma'am.
People are trying to sell and they can't talk because of your loudness.
Yes, ma'am. I got you.
I love how the police just didn't do anything. Right, look, do you know what? I am the first to admit that I am a grumpy old man. I was raised by my grandparents and I'm a spitting image of them. Like hence why so many of the clips and media that I put in my videos are like really old stuff. I'm a grumpy old man. Is this something that I would be like, oh, sing more, Barbara, I'm having such a good time? No. When you're in an environment like this, everything isn't going to be for you. Do I think it's obnoxious? Maybe a little bit, but like looking at that video, everyone looked like they were having a nice time. Yes, it's a little bit main character syndrome, but like I don't feel like it's like awful main character syndrome to the stage where you're like, this person's a douchebag. And the thing is, as well, can I say one thing? He's like scooting down the whole market. So even if you could hear the music, you probably only hear it for a couple of seconds before he moves on. And like, the only reason he turned around and started going back the other way was because that woman was like, the police, I'm not gonna go to the police. The police have way more important things to worry about than this man on a speaker. If they bothered so much, they would have been able to hear him do that. So they would have already stopped him. These are the kind of people that literally have zero fun in their life, zero happiness. No one can sell things, go making noise. How is suddenly him doing this making it so no one can sell anything? It's suddenly everyone's just become completely inept at life. They hear music and suddenly brain rot comes in and everyone's like, where am I go?
You see what I mean? She's absolutely crazy.
And again, this is coming from someone who fully acknowledges that they're a grumpy old man, and even this doesn't really bother me. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, it's not for me, but like, would I be angry? No. Clap along if you feel like I've got goiter.
Never ever sing that again.
God, so this is some like receipt. When I became a military spouse, I thought I would get free stuff. The grand total and the tip amount saying, I'm a military spouse. It should be free next time. Thank you, a military spouse. Military spouses deserve drinks for free. F this place. Oh my God, F this place. We serve our asses off way more than anyone.
Don't talk shite.
Like, I've heard of things like gold diggers. I've never heard of military diggers. You're not the one serving, sis. Next level derangement. Like, you think you're gonna go to a restaurant and get free drinks because you're a military spouse, but you're not doing anything.
So you get nothing.
These are the same people that go to Disneyland with children and go, we should be able to move to the front of the queue because I have a child. That person does not have children with them. I should be able to go in front because I've got a child and they don't. Oh, God, okay, here we go. Right, let's get into this man is sick, right?
Kamala Harris says we're weird.
You are.
You can do it, baby. I love you so much. And it's bad news. Bad things are happening. Mom, I'm sorry. Mom, I didn't do it.
Mom, can you pick me up? I'm scared.
I mean, it just writes itself, doesn't it? I love the fact that the right wing in America are so obsessed that people are upset that people are calling them weird and things. And they do things like this. You know, and there's people like Matt Walsh being like, oh, and they keep calling us weird. You literally sold plushies of yourself as a baby in diapers to families. Like, that's weird. That's weird behavior. Like, you guys are weird. They're saying, oh, don't call us weird. It's a slur, weird, blah, blah, blah. Yet, every single time Donald Trump talks about anyone else, he insults them and just calls them all these names under the sun. You can't be like, don't call us weird when you're the one also doing the same thing. Like Matt Walsh, for example, like his obsession with gay people and like trans people, like it's weird. The obsession, J.K. Rowling's obsession with trans people is weird. Like they are weird. And not in a, oh, you're so weird. They're like creepy, weirdos. Oh God, okay, so this person's got like a bumper sticker with different religions. I'm assuming it's meant to say coexist. This person's put a thing on it being, out of respect for the Christian community, I request that the cross be left out of this sticker/message, as our belief does not support it, and our cross is being mistreated in this. Thank you for understanding with love and Christian community. Jesus loves you. Imagine saying, my religion does not support love and acceptance and coexisting with other people. This is honestly, this is one of the reasons why I hate religion. It just rots people's brains. The amount of religions out there, you're telling me that every single one of these people are wrong and you're only right. The ego you must have to be like, well, my God is right, and all these other religions are completely wrong. All these people are going to go to hell. We don't live in a society where one thing is truth and one thing is only, and one thing. Everyone has different beliefs, and like your belief is your cross is being mistreated because you're saying to people, let's coexist together and live harmoniously. You want to be the rulers of everyone. We don't want to coexist. We are above you. Scum.
That's mean.
Young Karen freaks out at Uber driver.
I just paid $14 to go to school.
It doesn't matter. I already canceled the ride.
How am I being disrespectful?
I already canceled the ride.
How am I being disrespectful?
You have to get out. I already canceled the ride. Just order another one. Bro. You could call the cops. It's fine.
You're going to call the cops because the Uber driver doesn't want to take you. What happened though? What?
You're the one that came in the car. You're still not on us. So you're showing exactly what the reason why I'm
okay, so I mean, it's not uncommon that Uber drivers, I mean in the UK as well, will say that you can't eat in their cars. I mean, I understand because Uber drivers are using their own cars. Like it's not like a company car or whatever. They're using their own cars. I don't want the car to stink of food, or like in case you spill something. Like I think that's actually quite a common thing. So I'm assuming that is why he's kicking her out, because she started eating or something and he was like, can you not do it?
Hi, I have an Uber driver being mad disrespectful. I just paid $14 to get to school, and he's
I cannot believe she is going to waste police time because she's breaking a rule of an Uber. Like, we don't really know the full story, but the way that she's behaving makes it feel like she is definitely in the wrong.
They're not wearing masks and they don't I already canceled the ride. They just need to get out of my vehicle.
I just paid $14.
So I'm assuming this is like during mask situations where it's like you've taken your mask off as well. You probably had to wear, because like we had to wear masks in Ubers as well, and she's got a mask off as well. So it's like, how many times? Like I don't know. That was a difficult one. I don't know exactly what the setup was. He said that when she started eating, it's actually the reason why I've told her to get out of the car. Most Ubers don't allow you to eat them, so I'm assuming she got in or did something and then started eating, and he probably said not to, and then she was like, no, I'm gonna eat my food. I don't know the whole situation. Again, she also had a mask down, which in Ubers back then, you had to have your mask on, but I think she was probably in the wrong here. Some people say in the comments, well, the money's already been taken. Well, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't matter if the money's been taken already. If you go then break the rules afterwards, doesn't mean that you should just be able to do what you want because you've paid. He cancelled the Uber, so she will get a refund because he cancelled it. Some people are saying that he's been the Karen, but I actually don't think he is. What's this POV? Your grandfather's funeral was labelled as a gang meeting. Boomer loses it when he sees neighbours having a get-together. Oh, God. Is it surprising? It's a gammon.
I'm not sorry. No, this ain't right.
I tell them to move their car.
I'm going to call the police if y'all don't do something.
I'm going to call the police on your
All
funeral.
that crap.
Oh, wow.
I don't like you running my neighborhood.
The thing is, the fact that the wife is like pulling him away shows that this is probably like a repeated behaviour that she's having to deal with.
Don't block my driveway.
No one's blocking the driveway.
No, I ain't. I don't like it.
Don't do that. Mr. James, if you wanted to bag back, you could and get out, Mr. James.
I can call some records, get this shit moved.
The fact that it's someone's funeral as well, that's really sad.
Well, I don't like this. You're running my neighborhood.
You're ruining my neighborhood.
What
Why?
you're doing, I don't believe in this crap. You hear it?
Oh, wow.
We just told you
This is just a racist white. This is just a racist white man. Let's just be honest.
Start some trouble right there. There's trouble.
Oh.
There's trouble right there.
with a family death today, so you see
I don't care about all that crap. Look at this is not right.
You just hollering about game eating and all that.
Yeah, this is looks like a gang.
It's a funeral. We all family. We just left a funeral.
And this is the thing, like there's a group of people of color here now all together, and he's saying this is like a gang meeting. It's just equating stereotypes and racist rhetoric towards a group of people because you're just a racist man. So she's backing him off, and like clearly again, this woman clearly has to deal with this kind of behavior a lot. Like the fact that she's like that, it to me reads that this is probably repeated behavior. No one is blocking the driveway. He probably didn't even plan to go out either. He's just using that as an excuse to go. He saw black people over there and was like, I'm gonna go make a scene. How is it ruining the night? Oh, I hate people like this. It's so transparent what's actually going on as well. Like, it's so transparent. Like, off.
You stupid old bitch!
Oh God. Oh, is it copyrighted? Salakadoola mitchikaboola bibbity bobbity gout. Oh. I'm needed in the basement.
Well, it's all over now.
With her mask on, y'all need to see this.
I'm so glad the mask shit is over now. Even though I agreed with it, I wished it never happened because of the. Oh, for God's sake.
Well, since we have to wear them and it makes it harder to breathe, this makes it a lot easier to breathe.
Cutting it.
I will still never understand the whole concept. Like now we're years later being like, it made it hard to breathe. It really does. I will never understand.
I just want attention.
What a time to be alive. Although obviously I wore masks myself, I agree with them. I'm so glad like that all that shit is over. I mean, I know COVID's still a thing. I'm not talking about COVID, but the whole like mask mandates, because even though I agreed with it, there was little parts of me that goes, I wish we didn't have to do this myself, because it just made people go insane. Having to exist at the same time with all the crazy mask people, like it almost made me go, can we just like let it run rampant, please, and take some of these people out? My heart went out to any retail worker who had to work during that process, any service industry people, anyone had to deal with people like that. I would never have been able to bite my tongue. I'm way too gobby. I'm so glad that I didn't have to work in retail when that stuff was happening. So my heart really goes out to anyone who had to go through that. God, what a horrible time to have to deal with human populations. This is how Karens are made.
Instantly.
Oh, bump it.
Create today's hottest hairstyles in seconds. And they're so easy to use. Anyone can be a stylist. Simply part your hair at the crown, give a little tease, insert bump it, fluff it up, and you're ready to go.
I can't believe that used to be a thing that people genuinely wanted.
Elegant, casual, sassy, flirty, and fabulous. With Bump It, you'll
bump
feel
it.
confident.
Don't you know? Bump it up. You've got to bump it up.
Bump it up, and your
bump
style
it up.
lasts all day long.
Bum
Bumpets are incredibly comfortable, stay completely concealed, and are super secure so they won't fall out.
Now, looking back now, this feels like a joke parody, and I don't know if this specific advert is a joke or parody, but this Karen style of haircut was big in like the 2000s. Like a lot of like older women, and even some young people used to have this. It was like a thing that, if you watch any of the videos that my friend Luxaria does on like old makeover shows, every time they make over these women, the final result gives them like a Karen haircut. It was a huge thing in the 2000s. Even my sister for a long time had one. And it wasn't because she was a Karen. It was just the style. And now it's so funny that has been like equated to being like a Karen. When I see this haircut, I do. I think of like the Long Island medium, whatever she is, and the huge, which called like something Caputo, that, the blonde woman. And her hair is like, it looks like a massive beehive. Like it really for a long time, it was considered like a normal, like fashionable look. But now it's just the Karen haircut. Australian's richest woman demands gallery move. Oh my God.
You are a very ugly man.
What? What? Right, I go away. So let me just read what the caption says. She's a mining magnate. So what does that mean? Hates nature, hates her family. 3 of her 4 kids sued her, hates the Aboriginal communities, demands lower minimum wages for workers and less taxes for the rich, and literally only cares about money. The painting is by a descendant of a brilliant Aboriginal cave painter. The museum refused her request to take the painting down. Now everyone knows who she is. Share this to everyone you know. Let her get a publicity she's asking for. Oh, the hills of eyes. Oh, I love that they put that there. And the fact they got like an actual like descendant of like an Aboriginal paint cave, like a cave painter. It shows that like most people who have all this money are so miserable. If I was someone that had, millions and millions and millions of pounds, I would not give a shit if a gallery has a photo of me that I didn't like. I have way more interesting things to do with my life with this money and actually go and do things than worry about some like painting. These people are so vapid and so empty and so fragile that she is here screaming and whining and moaning about a portrait then in the grand scheme of things doesn't do anything to her. Like, this is why the same people like J.K. Rowling, why she kept changing her profile photo because of the black mold on her wall, and then she had that weird photo that looked like a penis on the side of her head. They change and they panic because all these people are so empty and fragile, and it's because they've got nothing in their lives, like completely nothing of value. When the main thing that happens in life that will make your life the easiest it could possibly be, everyone says that money doesn't buy you happiness, and to a certain degree I agree, but actually everything in life revolves around money. Your housing, your bills, your food, even just like social life, so much of this revolves on money. If you don't have money, you can't pay your rent, you can't pay your mortgage, you can't eat, you can't heat your home, you can't, buy medicine that you might need, especially like if you're not in the UK. There are so many things that money does that like it actually can vastly improve your quality of life. But when you get to a stage where that's all you have and that's all you care about, this is the kind of stuff that upsets you. You have all this money in the world and you're worried about an art gallery that has an image of you that you don't like. Like, that is the level of unhappy and vapid and empty and boring and just nothing your life is, because it just revolves on money too much. Neighborhood Karen scolds teens for skating on the street.
You're too old for this. Use your brain.
We're 13.
We're 13. How are we old?
13 is too old to skateboard?
You're too. I taught kindergarten and first grade before I got my
Wait, I thought you were a police officer.
Yeah, now you're lying again.
Wait, I thought you were a police officer.
Don't get hostile. Don't touch us. Don't do anything.
I'm
already
not
injured.
touching you. Out.
Dude, no, like
You actually.
Again, it's the same repeated incident that people just having fun outside, and these people just can't accept that other people exist. It's like they want to live in a world of just themselves.
This is
I
not
understand.
a skating park.
Yeah, but you could ask politely though. Like, we're gonna leave, but like you don't have to yell at us. Come on, Linda. Like we're
not.
Oh look, so the husband is pulling her in. Yeah, as we saw about the other couple a while ago, it's like it feels like this is probably repeated behavior, and like he's having to deal with this a lot. You just want to live in a world with you. You might own a property, you might rent a property or whatever, but you don't own the street. And like, again, if kids get hurt skating outside, that's not your fault. You're not going to be liable because some kid outside has got hurt. And to come out and be screaming at them, it's like, I just don't understand why you care. Again, I would understand if they were causing a nuisance, to say there was actually loads of people out there and they were getting in the way of people, but like, it didn't look like that street was very busy. It looked very empty from what we could see. I just don't understand this desire to be like anyone having fun. Stop it, because I don't want you to have fun. Why are you having fun with me? I'm the only woman.
This Karen tried to cut my client in line at Target.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
So she's trying to
and back up. Right here now. And back up.
She's trying to cut in line.
And this is all on video. Exactly, because you thought you were going to get in front of me. Exactly. I am trying to make a return here. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So why you think you're so entitled? You thought you were going to come and stand in front of me and then I correct you about what you did. You thought you were going to come and get in my face. We're not doing that today. You did get in my face. And I got it on video. Stop playing with me.
I mean, literally, you got in her face.
Out of my face! Out of my face! I came the correct way, like all customers should. She jumped. I'm not talking to you. She jumping?
I love that. I'm not talking to you.
Don't talk to me.
just get it over with.
Right. Wait, you made a big deal about it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Insufferable.
Last warning, lady. Last warning.
I know obviously they're doing it for they're trying to de-escalate the situation inside the store, but it kind of annoys me as well that this woman then got served by another man and was like, well, we'll do your return here and I'll do it for you, because it almost like validates her, because now she's gonna know, if I make a fuss, I'll get served faster because someone else come and help me. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit like validating bad behavior, because now instead of actually making her wait, you've just kind of been like, well, I'll serve you over here. I don't know, it kind of like teaches her bad behavioral skills.
I want
and
the
back
police
up.
right here now.
The funny, this is a stupid thing, is that I literally at the beginning here as
Don't
well.
touch me.
Listen.
I want
And
the
back
police
up.
right here now.
I want the police right here now. This is why I say, like, sometimes people, when you say, I need context, I mean, what? Well, I feel like nothing will justify her reaction then. I want the police right here now. For what? Then look, for what reason? What reason? You don't look like you've just been punched in the face. You don't look like you've been assaulted. These people just waste police time.
Well, I wish you wouldn't.
These are the same people that go like, we should respect the police and Blue Lives Matter, and then they're happy to just waste police time. And the fact that they can't see their own delusion is fully brain rot content. Old school Karen's favorite beer. Live, love, love. Imagine what kind of cheap ass bit, like what kind of awful design. You can tell this wasn't designed by a gay man. What is that? What is that? Like these emojis. Like what? And why does person with sunglasses represent live? Like what? When I think of live, I don't think, oh, someone with sunglasses. What an awful design. That has to be a joke, right? I can't, is that real? That isn't, whoever designed that needs to be sacked, girls.
You're fired!
This is why you need gay people in the world to stop you from making such shit like this.
It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is you have a little kid in here that doesn't have a driver's license. He's just a little kid and you're not with him.
It's not a real car.
It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is you have a little kid in here that doesn't have a driver's license. He's just a little kid and you're not with him.
It's not a real car.
So this woman is angry that these kids are playing in a fake car and saying they don't have a driver's license. If this was made today, this is an old, this is like almost a 5-year-old video. Like this is an old video. If this was made today, I would instantly go, it's satire, it's not real, it's fake. Because now it's actually quite difficult to find real Karen videos. I'm having to skip, you're not gonna see it, but I'm actually skipping through a lot of videos. I've been filming for almost 2 hours because I'm skipping through a lot of videos because so much of it is like fake. Again, this like fake outrage stuff is really big now. This is like almost 5 years ago. The sort of like fake Karen videos weren't really a thing then, so.
I have a little kid in here that doesn't have a driver's license. He's just a little kid and you're not with him.
It's not a real car.
I don't know. I actually feel like that's probably real. Imagine seeing this and getting upset and being like, I can't. Oh God, I can't. And this has actually been posted by a person who's like a Karen mold, like a compilation channel. So this video could actually be even older. Yeah, I don't feel like this is fake. I feel like this is actually real. That is obscene. That is absolutely obscene. That is obscene. Karen thinks my first class seat is her footrest. Calls me an a-hole for asking her to stop molesting me with her gross unsocked foot. That is so disgusting. That is so disgusting.
You may kiss the foot.
I'm not repulsed by feet, but I also don't want to be near anyone else's feet. You pay for your space in front of you on a seat. You pay for the area and you pay to recline, whatever. All the reclining in these kind of things is always one of the things that like a contentious issue. But what you don't pay for is the person's armrest in front of you. I would kick the off if someone did that. Like I know a lot of times in these situations, people go, I'd do this in this situation. I would have said this, and they would have just sat there and did nothing themselves. I genuinely would have been like, get your foot off this, you skank.
What's that?
The idea that they'd be like, you're an a-hole. Like, but also just tell the, whoever's, the air hostess, or if they're on a train, I don't know, it just says first class seat. I don't know if this is I don't know what kind of, is it a plane? Is it a train? I don't know. Just tell someone as well, be like, look, this woman is doing this. Can you stop being like, can you tell her to stop being rancid? So this is Karen/Grinch combo deal. Why don't you give our neighborhood a break? Haven't you ever heard that less is more? Your house is a joke of the neighborhood. It looks more like Santa's whorehouse or a Christmas abortion. Tone it down a bit. Oh my God. A Christmas whorehouse. Wow. A Christmas abortion. Like what? Oh my. Would I do this to my house? No. But this looks like quite an expensive large neighborhood. I'm sure there's a lot of spaces between the house. Like if I lived right next door to someone and their house was like completely illuminous and it was like flashing and stuff, it probably would annoy me, especially if it was like opposite. But like, is this OTT? I mean, it's bright, let's just be honest, but I think the letter's a bit much. I don't know, you comments, I'm actually a bit mixed on this because I think I probably would be annoyed if I lived opposite someone whose house was like glaring into my window and it was so bright and if it was flashing and stuff. But I've seen far more intense houses than this, I don't know. Is this Christmas whorehouse?
Yank down her thong?
Yes, Karen, lockdown is exactly the same as, oh God. Hashtag, I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. Again, we talked about the mask thing. I am so glad this sort of like era, although again, I agreed with everything. I agreed with the lockdowns. I agreed with the mask, everything. I agree with all that stuff. I'm so glad that it's over. And I'm so glad that we got back to at least some normality because it just rotted people's mind. The idea that you're saying that because you weren't allowed to leave your home, it was the same as slavery. Like, over having to wear a mask in places because this person's outside. So like maybe there wasn't even lockdowns. It was probably about wearing a mask. I'm having to blur the image on the right, but it's a person of color with like scars all over their back where they've been like whipped. Like it's just, I'm not going to show the image, but it's 100% peak brain rot based on a true story. When the waiter forgets one sauce packet, when a kid ranks the restaurant. Oh, poor Cuphead. Oh. I find it so funny. I find it so funny that this hairstyle just became the Karen hairstyle, where we saw that video earlier on about the bumpets or whatever. Genuinely, in like the 2000s, I mean, it was like the Karen haircut wasn't the Karen haircut. It was actually just a really common haircut that women had. It was just so common. Because person's on a plane.
We're gonna take you off the aircraft.
So she's being
You're gonna have to get off the aircraft.
Yeah,
okay?
and you're at the.
Yep.
And I compliment you not wearing
If she's a representative of the aircraft, they don't want you flying on their plane today, okay? So you're going to have to get off the aircraft.
I find it interesting when people go to an airport, because we know that like you shouldn't get drunk before going on the flight. You can have drinks on the flight, but if you get off your tits, and I mean, at least maybe this is my ignorance that people don't know this stuff, but like generally, I feel like it's a known fact that like you don't get slaughtered before going onto a plane. Like I feel like it's just a known fact that you will get told that you can't go on. If you're too drunk, they won't allow you to fly because you're now a flight risk.
Just wait and wait and wait.
Yeah, that's the way it is, but right now I'm going to need you...
And that's fine, and I will respect that.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to grab your bag and just
And I did not do anything, actually.
We'll talk about it outside.
Disruptive, besides speak my mind.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? I live in America, and that's what America's about.
Calm down.
No,
So
you know
everyone's
that.
wearing masks, and she's obviously complaining about no mask.
You know that.
Give me another unit on the plane, please.
If you really, if you are ever going to put your hands on
Grab
me.
your bag.
No, I will grab my bag. But you know, I'm going to sit here and say that.
No one's going to put their hands on you.
All right, yeah, you
Grab
won't.
your bag and
Yeah,
just step off
you
the-
won't.
Okay, but I need you to get up.
No. You need me to get up? You may need me to get up, but you know what? I feel my need to do as a person, just like Jesus Christ.
You need to calm
No, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to say what
I can't deal. I actually can't watch videos like that. I can't deal with them. Like equating yourself to Jesus Christ again is the most blasphemous thing you could do. I can't deal with these drunk people having breakdowns on planes and being like, all about again. It's all about mask stuff again. We've talked. I'm so over this whole mask thing now. It's been so many years. I'm so like just. Die! That was the weirdest time in human history, to be honest, at least in my lifetime, where I've seen people's brain rot, and we're still seeing the aftermath of it now. I talked about it in one of my last videos about how so many of these people, I honestly believe, I mean, this is me speculating, I'm not a scientist, but I genuinely believe that these people got COVID multiple times. It gave them really bad like brain rot and like long COVID. I had long COVID. The first time I got long COVID was the very first time I got COVID back in the day. For about 6 months, I was struggling to focus. I had really bad brain freeze, brain freeze, that's brain lag, brain freeze, right? Brain fog. I was also one of the people that had like a compromised immune system as well, so it was a little bit difficult. Multiple times, like a week, I just suddenly couldn't focus. I couldn't do my job very well. I was just like suddenly spaced out all the time. It really affected you. And these people, I swear, so many of these people, I mean, there's been studies as well to show that like a lot of COVID and the way that it affected your brain could lead to like issues later down the line, quite serious issues. And I believe that so many of these people, seeing what they're like today, got brain rot, fully brain rot because of long COVID, and it's just made them completely lose their sense of like actual just sense, like just complete sense. Obscene. Even if they were asymptomatic, got COVID over and over again, and it just fucked up their brain a bit, because the way that people are behaving now, yes, people behaved a little bit like in 2016, the whole Trump thing and stuff, but to the level we're seeing it now, this didn't happen pre-COVID. We got some of it, but never to the level it is now pre-COVID. Karen mad local pool won't cancel doggy swim for her kids to swim. Okay, so this is a post on Facebook, I think. I'm not one to complain, but it seems absolutely outrageous to me that on one of the hottest days of the year, the city's only outdoor pool is being staffed by lifeguards for a dog swim, but kids are not allowed to swim. I called and asked why why it couldn't be postponed and the kids allowed to swim, and the kids were allowed to swim since the lifeguards are there, and was told the dogs Do you know what? My brain is rotting because of this video. I can't even read I can't even read anymore. Just getting annoyed because the dogs are going for a swim. Absolute ridiculous decision of the city. Oh, just get a life, like get a grip. Like go run a cold bath and let your kids sit in a cold bath, you stupid old. Wow. can't. It's so hot, it's so warm today. I can't, oh my God. Jesus was convicted in a sham trial and crucified. I still follow him. You know this is about Donald Trump, let's just be honest. Oh, you know what? Like, this comparison of making Donald Trump to be like Jesus is so blasphemous, and the fact that they don't see it is utterly deranged.
You're all going to hell.
So this is some toy. So this is like a Facebook buying toy. Give your baby a unique gift. And then it's a thing saying Thomas of like planes and buses and helicopters and stuff. Should be in lowercase letters, which just the... Should be in lowercase letters with just the first letter as a capital. I would hate, like, I hope you don't have children. I really hope you don't have children. Well, guys, we are well and truly aboard that trigger train. Choo-choo's being done on the railway. I'm about to burping, crash off the cliff and plunge to our deaths. Bye. Oh, when we're back, just like, gee, oh my God, what's wrong? We're back to like Jesus Karen. Oh, squat for Jesus Karen. Oh, Jesus Karen hated you skateboarding in the neighborhood. Oh, Jesus Karen hated you skateboarding outside H&M. Oh, Jesus Karen just hated everything that wasn't themselves. Oh, we don't want to coexist. I want you all to die. I just can't. Ugh, insanity. Just insanity. This whole thing is insanity. This whole thing is insanity. Can people just grow the f up and get a life and stop being so miserable all the time? And again, I'm a miserable bastard. I'm an old grumpy old man. And when I'm telling you to stop being so miserable, there's a real issue. Thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming up. And of course, there's the QR code again on screen. If you'd like to scan with your phone, and subscribe if you are watching on a TV. This is utterly deranged, utterly absurd. I can't deal with these people. Like, what is wrong with it? What is wrong with society? Brain rot. Brain rot, brain rot, brain rot. Anyway, do you know, this video's gone off for long enough. I don't need to keep talking. Today's Instagram shout out goes to Biblically Accurate Cat. Oh, I love spooky godlike cat. Thank you for following me over on Twitch. Today's Twitch shout out goes to Biblically Accurate Cat. Thank you for following me over on Twitch. I'm actually going to be streaming tonight. I'm back streaming today, which I'm excited about. We're going to play some Sparrow the Dragon 2. But yeah, thank you for following me over on Twitch. Come follow me on Twitch and maybe give me the next Twitch shout out. A massive shout out to my lovely Patreons whose names you can see on the side of the screen here. Thank you for being a Patreon. And an extra special shout out to my top tier Patrons, Kimmy H, Bumblebee Whisperer, Blue Gem, TNS Mum, Adam Brett Batch, Nova, Cameron Pittman, Rishi, Athena Fallen Angel Barrington, Erin Grace, Benjamin Baker, Robin Scott Palmer, Bethard, Steph Uchek, Caitlin Wright, Chloe Louise, Shell Herman, Cassie H, and Kelly Bowser. Thank you for being a top tier Patreon. You guys are delicious wishy. Anyway, be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let any Karen out there tell you you can't be. Why is that? Because they are miserable bastards.